Palmetto Bowl has had its moments over the years, from ranked matchups, massive upsets, even a fight or two. It's a rivalry game that has defined both of these programs for generations. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gamecocks offense will go on the attack first. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close, and Clemson's talent being far superior, dominated, cocky. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel. Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Here's the handoff.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, the inside give. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So Clemson's offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. The give to the back. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. There's an idea that Clemson can only run the ball when they sort of trick you and get you in space, but they're showing a lot of versatility now.
Yeah, I think the word you were looking for was finesse. They've been a finesse offense, more about tempo and body blows than it is about, being physical up front. But if this unit does get that physicality and get that ground game and a good offensive line, I think that's when you see the best of the Clemson Tigers.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Dropping back, it's Poole. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and we're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job on the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the foot.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Out of the shotgun on third down. It's complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you set up fourth down.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. The Gamecocks are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle, and he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Power football with the run. Trying to get them a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. He gets a block. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, Doug.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you've got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right.
He's going for the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
To the air, it's Bond. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And I'm not going to blame this quarterback if he's not looking back this guy's way. I mean, early in the game, he's given him several opportunities to catch the football. He hasn't made plays. And I think as a quarterback, sometimes you lose a little bit of confidence, and you'll start looking elsewhere.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tigers. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game and gets that trophy.
Dropping back, it's Bond. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Finds a man on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He'll pull it on the read. Got the first down, he's still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Gamecocks are flying down the field. Got it in the middle, it's Preston.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there and it just trickled through his fingers. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Final play of the quarter coming. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Boom. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Poole. Hauls it in. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the...
Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
There's a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
Here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Working that left side now. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. Here comes Clemson with another first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll try the run. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to them.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
The Gamecocks come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Bond. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. There he goes. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage? Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Bond. Makes the grab. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. On third down, he drops to throw. Connection to the right. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The Gamecocks heading quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Got his man on the right. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Defense in press coverage. Lets it go to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Poole. A little screen to the running back. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Finds his tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. It's cool. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and die. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Offense getting set for first down. 3:25. Used the play fake, down a throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
To the air, it's Bond. Quickly out to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
He'll keep it on the sneak. The Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Now the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws. This time it's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Oh, man, did he turn that one loose and fired it into the teeth of the zone.
And you know as a quarterback, Reese, when you're throwing it to the perimeter of the field on these curl routes, you've got to have some heat. You've got to have arm talent to get that ball out quickly into the hands of your receiver before all those defenders can get to it. Man, this QB's got a can.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and fourth or third down and goal situation.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, third and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
Smashes it between the uprights. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. Under fire. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now. Throwing it, he's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is working.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Here's a heat. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. They'll test the right side. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on third and long. Quick completion on the out route. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man. Breaks into the open. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. It starts with a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Bond. Pressure coming. Down he goes, and that is the last thing this offense needs right now. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this.
Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Got his man to the left. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Poole. Finds the tight end. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got his man. There he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
And the Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Snap it to the back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. They'll run play action. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Turning it on. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Bond. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Offense in a bunch formation. To the ground with the back. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first downs. So you have to be able to run.
The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll give it to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the 4th quarter.
Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Showdown. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.